Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video, we'll look quickly at how we can declare an array in Java, and we'll also look at how we can iterate through that array. Okay, so let's go back to our ChatGPT application. Uh, I think it is declaring an integer array which can contain integer values in this way. There is also one more way of uh, you know declaring an array. Okay, so with new keyword also you can declare an array. There you give the size of the array, and then you can basically uh, also assign the values to each of the elements in the array. Okay, with the help of uh, normal array notation. Okay, so you first basically declare this array with size 5, and then you can assign those 5 values to each of the 5 indexes. Okay, and if you try to give this, okay, it is not giving an error right now. uh, okay, let's try to print this. Okay, so let's try this first and see what we have. Index 5 out of bounds. Okay, so that is what I wanted to show you, that if you exceed the index, based on the size, if you have given 5 as the size, then it will basically internally you can only provide 5 values to that array. Okay, and index starts from 0, as we all know, for an array. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 is what is fixed for that array. Okay, anything beyond that, it would give you this error, index out of bounds. Okay, so remember that this happens a lot when you're trying to iterate through an array, or trying to assign values to an array, appending values to an array. Okay, dynamically in Java. So a lot of times you may face this error. So be careful about that. Okay. Otherwise, it's very normal stuff. If you know a little bit about array, arrays are kind of data structures, and you can um, basically index of an array starts from 0 generally. So that is why we saw this error here. Okay, that's the idea. So in this way, we have seen two ways in which we can declare and define an array. And similarly, apart from integer, you can also have a string array like this, declares an array of 3 strings. Okay, or you can declare it in this way also. Okay, that same string array as it has mentioned. Alternatively, you can define it like this. Okay. Okay, let's try this once. This is names string. Okay. If I give a 5 here, names of 5. Okay. Let's see if this is working. Okay. So I also want to take up some uh, exceptional scenarios while I'm teaching, so that you understand that A lot of times you may face such kind of errors when you are coding. Okay, first of all, let me remove this. I'm sorry. We want to see if we get an array here, if we get an error here. Okay. Okay. Index 5 out of bounds for length 3. So this was an array of length 3. When you basically assigned a value to the fifth index, it again gave an error. So if you have to add more entries into an array, you have to use some other function for appending value to that array. Okay. Currently, it is trying to reassign a value to an existing array. So it's expecting only those indexes which are already defined. So it is expecting only index 0, 1, 2, which would work. Anything beyond that, even 3 won't work. Okay, let's check it out. See, it's not working. But 2 would work because 2 is not out of bounds. Okay. Okay, it is giving error here. Okay. Okay, so this works. The names of phi. Let's quickly check it out. See, so as I mentioned, it would give you an error. Okay, so hope this was informative. Uh, Next, we'll little bit talk about how we can iterate through an array. Let me do it in this video only. Okay, and then you can have uh, an array of objects also. Okay, declaring and initializing an array of objects that we'll see when we come to objects. Okay, don't worry about that right now. Okay, so what happens is, this gives, when I ask these questions to ChatGPT, I get a very comprehensive answers. If sometimes we may not know about a certain way of doing things, ChatGPT definitely would know because it's a machine. Okay, it doesn't forget stuff. Okay, so if it has learned Java, it has learned it fully. Okay, so that's a good thing about using ChatGPT, I would say. So so it is giving us all these different ways in which we can iterate through the array. So we can use a while loop, do while loop, which is fine. So currently I wanted to, just show one way of iterating so that, you know, one or two ways basically we'll see which are the most widely used, most commonly used. Okay. So we have the numbers, array here. We can try to iterate through that same numbers array, and we can also try to iterate through the other string array. Okay, which we have here. Okay, so the name, this is a string. We need to make it string here. So we have to keep on using our mind from time to time. Okay. It's not that common sense, still prevails even though we have chat GPT. Okay, so this is how you can iterate. 0 to I lesser than the length, which is obvious. So if length is 5, you can go from 0 to 4. Okay, and this is for each uh, way of iterating through the array. Okay, both would work. Okay, let's quickly try that out. Let me remove this wrong line there. Okay, so it has basically printed all the elements first in the numbers array and then all the elements in the names array. Okay, And if you have time, you can also look at how you can do it with a while loop. Okay, let me put it here. So it is basically iterating through the numbers array only. I is less than, it has basically initialized I to 0. You need that initialization. And then while I is lesser than 5, which means 0 to 4, you try to print the numbers of I and also increment it explicitly in the code. Okay. So again, it has printed with the while loop as well, the numbers array. So that's how you can iterate through an array. That's what I wanted to cover in this video. We'll move to other advanced stuff little bit in the next video and take it from there. Hope it was informative. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.